Fleshlights are elite, not gonna lie. At least you're not sticking your dick in a cow heart, connecting it to a car battery and dying. Don't give him ideas. Dude, you'll die if you do that. I'm just letting you know. Why the cow heart? Because someone actually did that. Could we look up 100,000 ways to die? Unblur the screen. No, you don't want to see this.
You never tell me the truth. You always lying.
Don't be fooled by these two.
You smoked it, didn't you? You smoked it, didn't you? Don't hit me.
Darnell and Anita weren't just crack addicts. They were cold-blooded killers.
I hear it calling me. You smoked it, didn't you?
They were wanted for a string of murder/robberies to feed
They
their
killed
habits.
people?
They had
Crack
been
is
holed up
crazy.
in a 5-day crack binge in a hidden corner of an abandoned building.
Over there. Anybody in here? What was that?
When they weren't too high to notice activity in the building, they always scurried into a corner at the sound of someone approaching.
Hello?
Big mistake this time.
Why?
The building was scheduled for demolition that day.
No!
The 12-story building was primed with 100 pounds of shaped plastic explosives on critical support elements. How did Anita and Darnell avoid detection?
When a team comes in to implode a building, they will have security there both when they're on site working and during the nighttime hours.
Whoa.
Like security at any other building, there's a possibility that, particularly during the nighttime hours, that someone could buy.
Hold up. So they've been in this 12-story abandoned building and they had security, they swear to God.
Site working and during the nighttime hours. Like security at any other building, there's a possibility that, particularly during the nighttime hours, that someone could bypass the security, sneak over a fence, get in through an open window or an unlocked door.
He's gone.
I was just about to say, oh my God, like fuck paying rent. Like I could just live in an abandoned building. And then I forgot we were watching 1,000 Ways to Die.
With the work
Don't take
gone,
notes.
Anita brought out some crack to celebrate.
I told you it was here. Found it.
But this time, they were about to experience much more of a rush than they ever imagined.
I mean, they went doing what they loved.
Explosives were detonated in carefully coordinated explosions that collapsed the building in on itself. Darnell and Anita were directly in the path of 100 tons of rubble. In a split second, they were flattened and flatlined.
Oh my God.
When these two individuals were crushed by the 100 tons, the massive amounts of weight that the body had to take destroyed every vital organ in the body.
So they died
Vessels
instantly, right?
tore up, lungs shut down. Their death was near instantaneous.
Oh, good.
Darnell and Anita were hardened criminals who loved crack.
I told you it was here. Found it.
Too bad, because this time their habit didn't just kill,
No way, dude.
it crushed.
They fucking exploded. Oh. This has to be illegal. We're watching somebody screen record. Bruh. This is the quality that you get at twitch.tv/Kokorumi VT. This is the kind of quality content that you'll be getting. Okay, what is this?
You want to see what 30 years of teaching driver's ed does to a person?
No, not that one. Stop!
That's a bad teacher.
What are you doing?
Every day was the same.
Did he
He'd
kill
start
him?
out trying to contain himself.
10 o'clock and 2 o'clock on the steering.
I'm not comfortable
This
doing that.
gives you the better control of the car.
I don't feel...
Easy, easy.
And end up going off the rails.
All right, stop, stop, stop.
I would be like, you
This
failed.
morning off with Elsa.
Just back up, back up.
Don't yell at an old
80-something
lady.
widow whose dead husband had always done the driving.
All right, here we go.
Oh my God, our true passenger princess. I hope she doesn't die. Her husband always drove, and now she's a widow. Have some fucking mercy on her.
His noon appointment was Franklin.
No, turn.
He'd never been the same since his close encounter with Bigfoot. Then there was Mr. Chin, who was just
Stop.
challenged.
What's the matter with you?
You told me to go
What
through
kind
the
of-
gun.
The most stressful part
That was subtly racist.
of training people how to drive is dealing with people that believe that they know it all, that they have the answers, because you have to somehow try to get through to them. So it's a frustration.
That's any grown adult.
But other than that, occasionally you find somebody who's going to drive you.
Occasionally.
Stop! No! Wait, you idiot!
By the time Gina arrived for her appointment, Wallace's blood pressure was redlining.
Yo, fuck
Seen
Wallace.
such terrible driving.
I want to call your supervisor.
No, you are not talking to my supervisor. Get back in this car. Back in the car. Damn, what a...
Wallace boiled over, and his life came to a skidding halt.
Airbag deployment occurs in 1/25th of a second. When triggered, the greatest risk to the driver is the first 2 to 3 inches of airbag inflation. The force of the impact created a fracture between the second and third cervical vertebra, transecting the spinal cord, stopping cardiac and pulmonary function, and causing death of the subject.
He fucking had a lethal crash out where he slammed on the freaking steering wheel. Oh my God.
Wallace was a burned-out driver's ed teacher. Maybe by dying, he finally got the peace he needed.
Period.
There's no parallel parking in heaven, is there?
I love these dad jokes they have.
Hal lived off the grid. Whatever he needed, he poached.
I respect him for
Armed
that.
with a shotgun, a chain, and a meat hook, he had all the tools he needed to survive.
Period.
And all the tools he needed to die.
This is the kind of, am I allowed to say redneck? I feel like people said that was a slur. I don't think it's a slur. This is the kind of redneck I respect, okay? He doesn't trust the government. He lives off the grid. He's fucking hunting, shooting, killing, cooking, skinning his own shit. If you tell me I'm a nomad, bro, eat my ass. You're doing pussy shit that rednecks have been doing for years in a way cooler way.
He was too good a shot to blow his brains out. After all, he was born with the Second Amendment tattooed to his ass. So the gun is out. Even though Hal believed electricity was a secret form of mind control, he still couldn't live without his daily dose of Glenn Beck. So he used his meat hook to poach a little power. A fine way to die. But that's not the way Hal is going to leave us.
Oh.
Maybe Hal could off himself by poaching the old-fashioned way. Raising a 500-pound elk with an 8-foot chain can sometimes leave you hanging.
Did he die? Did he wrap it around his neck like an idiot?
But no, the old hanged by an elk death will have to wait for another idiot.
What did Hal do?
Because 20 feet from his shack, Hal stepped in a ditch and swallowed his meat hook whole.
There's no fucking way. This is how they said that guy, you know that guy that was like taking his kid's transfusion and then putting it in his body and then taking his transfusion and putting it in his dad's body, and he was like, I'm spending $2 million to live forever. This is how I expected him to die, because a bro would be immortal and then one day he'd step in a ditch and fucking stab himself in the face on accident.
The hook went in his mouth and came back out his trachea.
Can you not live through that?
This individual actually self-induced a tracheotomy. The problem with this tracheotomy is that the hole was never unblocked, so he was never able to breathe, and he died.
What?
There's a lot of ways
that guy got cancer. That's so sad.
Hal found a new one.
Shut up! I just spit on my
Hook and mouth disease.
What the hell is this? Of all the stupid ways he could have died, he died in an even stupider way. Holy shit. I'm sorry for the quality, bro. This one's max quality is 240p. I can't. I'm gonna get vertigo. I can't. We're skipping this one.
Bored and restless. To kill time.
This guy is filming this on his phone. When was this? 2014, bro was like, yeah, I'm gonna record this. 1,000 Ways to Die archive. This one has 51 videos. Okay, this video, alert. This video may be inappropriate for some users. Make sure you call your mom, let her know.
Pedro had finally done it. Against all odds, he won one last race.
Oh, what happened? Uma Musume!
Then why, you ask, does the old jockey look so sad and broken? Because Pedro is dead. Pedro used to be a giant in the world of horse racing.
Wow.
That was years ago. Recently evicted from his Fleabag hotel, Pedro was forced to get a roommate.
He lived in the stall with his horse.
Normally, other jockeys would pitch in and help a fellow horseman out. But Pedro had a long history of being a complete bastard.
Ew! Fuck you, Pedro!
If he could squeeze out one more victory, he could tell everyone to kiss his little jockey butt goodbye. He just needed to lose some weight.
The jockey's weight is essential for his career. You need to be light to ride the fastest horses and to win the most races. I do know of one jockey in particular who just gorges and binges and just chucks it all up, and that's his way of maintaining his weight.
The old
brother, that's called fucking, don't be doing that. That's literally an eating disorder.
And illegal Chinese laxatives. A month later and 20 pounds lighter, Pedro was ready to win and retire with dignity.
Yo, gockies. How much do you have to weigh to be a jockey? How much do you have to weigh? Do you have to weigh 100 pounds? And they gotta be shorter than Koko to ride? No way they have to be shorter. Yeah, because lighter means less weight and faster horse. Why aren't all jockeys just little people, huh? They need to weigh between 100 and 120 pounds. Jockeys have the same beauty standards that we do, ladies. That's men and women dominated fields. They have to be 5'2", so they're all Latino. Little people have other health issues. What if you found like a prime little person though? Why don't they have dwarfs then? Because legally dwarfs are 4 feet. So they're bigger than little people, but they're 4 feet tall. Why don't they just get smaller people? What, don't they make little seats? They don't make little seats so the reins are higher? I feel like my ideas should be taken seriously.
Incredibly, Pedro won the race. But afterwards, there was no one to celebrate his victory, and no one to watch the weakened, sickly jockey fall off his horse and die.
The laxative causes body to suffer from severe dehydration. This dehydration led to renal failure. Having low potassium in his blood, this eventually causes kidneys to shut down, resulting in his death.
For Pedro, it was winning at all costs, even if the final price included dying.
That's why winning doesn't matter. Are you kidding me? Diarrhea! Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Women have made great progress breaking into blue-collar jobs, such as welding.
Then why are they making her look stupid? Oh.
Carly was completely clueless. Her boss was desperate. He needed a welder, and Carly totally lied about her experience.
Oxyacetylene is one of the hottest combination of burning fuels and reaches temperatures above 6,000 degrees. In the process, it simply uses oxygen and acetylene gas, mixes the two of them, through a regulator system. But in a free state, anything 15 psi or above, settling is very unstable.
She lied on her resume and died.
Equipment she borrowed from an ex-boyfriend. Her boss, Gus, was already regretting his decision to hire her.
Hey, Beck, what's up? What?
Finally, Gus pulled the plug on his new employee.
Carter, turn that torch off. Jeez, you're gonna kill somebody. What? Get your stuff and get out.
Carly decided to prove she had some welding skills on Gus's car. Gus understandably blew his top.
You!
Carly inexplicably blew hers as well.
What the fuck? How does that happen? She was the victim of a car bomb?
Carly had carelessly thrown her welding gear in her van, which caused the nozzle on the acetylene tank to open. Very quickly, the van filled up with highly flammable gas. When Carly hit her remote to unlock the vehicle,
the receiver automatically activates an electric motor powered by the car's battery, which then turns a series of gears and moves the locking rod up and down as needed.
Sparks from the lock mechanism ignited the gas and blew the world's worst welder to kingdom come.
She car bombed herself?
She lied her way into a job. Spent all her time yapping instead of working and got canned.
Get your stuff and get out.
The only thing she was really qualified for, dying.
Holy shit. Holy shit. I like they preface this by saying everyone who dies is stupid and deserves it, but then it's just like small accidents. Absolutely not. You should die worthy. This one's called Weld Done. She was only qualified to die is actually really fucking cooked. Holy shit. These titles at the end are so fucking funny. They're like, yeah, she was a bitch and she lied on her resume. Thankfully, she car bombed herself. What? That's so extreme.